I don't think we can learn unless we fail. And experimentation is something that I think should become a lot more part of our everyday life. And we should not fear failure. We should actually welcome it. Not that we do anything to fail, but that we shouldn't be afraid of the failure. So to me, learning is really the upside of failure. It's unfortunate if we don't learn from our failures. So with my first startup, again, I hopefully have turned around that failure into a success story for myself by really digging in and learning from what happened. We are here to learn, in my opinion. We are here to experience life. And part of experience is learning. Like if we don't even have the concepts and the tools to interact with reality, we can't appreciate reality, right? Like even when you're tasting wine, right? If you don't have the concepts and different nuances of what that taste is, your experience of drinking wine is very different from someone who has that enriched vocabulary. So to me, learning enriches your experience of life. And so I think people should read books and listen to podcasts and take seminars, etc., because they just gain a different appreciation. Even the process of writing a book, Exit Path, for me was a learning opportunity because it just made me a student of what I was practicing. And I gained so much more appreciation of what I'm doing and how people are doing better than I am, and how are some people making mistakes and how they could have avoided those mistakes. So, and then learning about the statistics, the numbers behind what we are doing, how this all fits together, the mindset, the psychology experiments, for instance, that have been done. I mentioned earlier in our conversation what they call a panic button effect, the fact that if there is a safety valve, when we go through an experience, we don't stress over it as much if we know that we can get out of that experience. Things like this, and I would have never encountered had I not been open to learning and curious. So I think that was a long answer to your question, but I'm such a big proponent of learning. I would say it's part of the learning experience, but my daughters finally convinced me and my wife to adopt a dog, a puppy, and it's been a huge learning experience. And I feel like it has really brought us closer to nature. Again, this is another one of those things that opens up in your brain that you're sort of unaware of. Mm-hmm. Before we had this puppy, we weren't connecting with the animal kingdom in a way. It was sort of something external to us, but now we just feel a little bit more of that connection. It's just so wonderful to see how different species can actually support each other, to have this symbiotic relationship. So I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to be a puppy parent, but it's been wonderful.